Assalamu alaikum and good afternoon, everyone. I'm a Bachelor of Psychology and Educational Sciences Faculty of Kabul University, and I want to talk about something that currently concerns me about my country. When people start talking about our country, the first thing that they usually say is that Afghanistan had experienced 3 decades of war and women's rights needs to be implemented, which is true. But I want to focus on basic things that I think really needs to be changed and improved in our society. And that is our educational system. And that is the root of all these problems. So I want to talk from my experiences about the problems I found in our educational system. And the biggest problem is copy-paste mentality in our educational system. Copy-paste mentality means to me not creating our own thing, talking, acting, writing, and doing things the same as others are doing. Of course, sometimes copying is good, not copy-pasting, but copying. Like other countries, they have master's and PhD program. We should start creating them in Afghanistan as well. But if we are creating them, we shouldn't be stealing their minds and ideas. We should have our own style, we should have our own books, and we should have our own ideas. But unfortunately, most people here in Afghanistan copy-paste. Most people, Afghan, think that education process starts from going to school. But I believe it doesn't. It starts before that, when a kid stays for 5 to 6 years with his family. And these 6 years are the most important years of our life, which establish the rest of our life. And we have joint family systems where brothers with their wives and cousins and children, they all live together. And the most common thing is that they don't let the kids talk in front of elders. And if there is a brave kid to dare to talk about something, that kid is considered as a rude kid. A few weeks ago, we were invited to one of our relatives' house. I saw a man talking in front of his 6-year-old son that girls really shouldn't study. His 6-year-old son was curious to know and told him, when I can go and study, why can't a girl? His father told him that you're young, my son. What I'm saying is it's higher than your level of thought. From my perspective, his 6-year-old son was right. When he can go and study, why can't a girl? But unfortunately, his father was stuck on his way. He didn't want to consider his son's question as an opportunity to change his mind and told him, shut up in front of all of us, and basically force him to think as he thinks or to force him to copy-paste. And unfortunately, it's not just in families. As these children grow up, they go to school and university, they become adults with wider influence outside their families as well. During 4th year of my college, I had an opportunity to complete my practical semester in a boys' school. It was one of my best opportunities where I learned about the problems in teaching methods, problems in our curriculum, and problems in class environment. I saw a teacher using stick to have students' attention to her lesson. I saw a teacher writing the definition on the board and telling students to repeat after her. So she wrote grammar is the rule on which a language is based and told students to repeat after her. And students start repeating, grammar is the rule on which a language is based. And when she finished her lesson, she asked students, what did you learn today? And everyone started saying, grammar is the rule on which a language is based, grammar is the rule on which a language is based, and grammar is the rule on which a language is based. And she had a system of taking weekly tests of students to know what her students learned during the week. And I tried to help her in checking her papers. And when I saw the papers, I saw everyone wrote the same definition. Grammar is the rule on which a language is based, and grammar is the rule on which a language is based. And there was one student, he wrote his personal opinion about grammar. And he wrote grammar, rule of correctly reading, writing, and speaking. For me, that was the perfect definition for grammar. I took too many English language courses, but I didn't understand what grammar is. But from the 10-year-old kid, I learned that grammar is the rule of correctly reading, writing, and speaking. But unfortunately, his teacher gave him less marks for that because she was thinking that her definition is perfect because she copy-pasted it from a famous English book course, and that's only a 10-year-old kid, and what does he know? So I found my school environment a world of memorizing things straight without understanding the meaning. And it's same in our university. When I was in university, our chapter was copy-pasted from Persian Iranian book. And the worst thing was the professors were memorizing them straight without understanding the meaning. On the class, they were saying the same things written on the chapter. Our professors, they can't make chapter themselves. I had the same chapter my uncle was studying 25 years before me. And all when I knew it, it makes me hate my studies.